Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, March the 2nd. Now we have just a 4-game slate tonight, so there's not going to be too much to like on a shorter slate like this. Just got 2 picks that I'm going to share in this video, but as always guys, we're going to talk through these 2 plays. We're going to share why I like them. Before we do get started with the breakdown, if you guys enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet, and if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks. Use my promo code Noah. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. So if you bet player props on a sports book or any other site other than Prizepicks, you haven't tried them out yet, use that code. When you sign up, get your deposit bonus. You can take a look at all the props they already have posted for today's NBA games. Prizepicks does offer a ton of other sports outside of just NBA, so you can mix and match sports over there. They have NHL, college basketball, soccer, MLB, CS:GO. They have basically every sport imaginable on Prizepicks. They have freaking props up for the NFL Combine. Like literally, they have everything. So give them a try. Use that code. When you sign up, guys, get that deposit bonus. And as always, if you want to tell the picks I give out in this video, you can do so. Now, before we talk through the 2 plays for today, I do want to recap our 2 plays from yesterday. So yesterday was a really tough day, man. I felt like we probably should have cashed both of our plays yesterday. The one play that did cash that we took was the over on 6 assists for Darius Garland. And I know his line did get bumped later in the day. His line got bumped to 6.5, but he still had a big game assist-wise. I think last time I checked, he went over with 8 minutes in the third quarter. I think he had 6 assists at halftime. So Garland cashed his assist prop with ease. Unfortunately, though, Terry Rozier, we took his over on 22.5 points. He did not get there. He only finished with 20 points. But, man, if you look at that game and if you look at the box score and how the game played out, really felt like Terry Rozier should have got there. He played full minutes. That was my one concern with that game yesterday was the chance for a blowout. But Charlotte kept it close enough to where Rozier played 38 minutes. He played 38 minutes for the game, shot 7 for 18, shot 3 for 9 from 3, and also shot 3 for 7 from the free throw line. So he finished with 20 points while having a horrible shooting game, missed four free throws. The dude's 80%? He shot 81% from the free throw line this season, and he missed 4 free throws yesterday, missed 6 threes. It was just, man, and if you look back at my video yesterday, basically what I said was I knew the volume was going to be there, knew the minutes were going to be there as long as the game was competitive, and both those things happened. He got the volume, he got the minutes, he just had a poor shooting game. And heading into the fourth quarter, he only needed 5 points. He had 18 points heading into the fourth quarter, and he scored 2 points the entire fourth quarter. So that was super tough, man. Super tough to lose out on that Rozier prop. I did post a 6-pick entry on Patreon yesterday. Rozier was in that 6-pick entry, and of course, Rozier was the only pick that missed yesterday. We hit all 5 of our Patreon plays, but I included Rozier in my 6-pick entry, and yeah, he didn't hit for me there either. So that was just, man, Rozier really hurt me yesterday, but we'll get back at it today. Hopefully, today we can hit all these plays. Hopefully, we can hit these 2 plays we give out for this video, but let's talk through them, all right? We got 2 fantasy score props I'm liking for today. We're going to start off in this Wizards and Raptors game, and I want to talk about Jakob Poeltl's fantasy score. Sits at 30 on Prizepicks, and this is a line that I still think is a little bit too low for Jakob Poeltl. You look at his last 5 games, it's all green, and I don't know why, but for some reason, anytime I take a prop that is hit in 5 straight games, the day that I take it is the day that it doesn't hit. Now, there's reasons I like this besides from the last 5 games, but you look at these 5 games, these are all since he got traded to Toronto, and he's been really productive with the Raptors since getting traded. He's played, I believe, 6 total games with Toronto. Let's see, he's played 7 total games with Toronto. He's gone over in 5 straight. There's been 2 games where he has not gone over this fantasy score line, but 1 game he only played 25 minutes, and then his debut with the Raptors, he only played 17 minutes. I think he came off the bench in that game. But the last 5 games, I'm pretty sure he has started all 5 of these games. He's gone over in all 5. He's been super productive on a point-per-minute basis with Toronto. Now, I don't expect Poeltl to continue to be as productive as he's been. He's averaged 1.44 fantasy points per minute, which is that's better than Siakam. I don't expect him to have better per minute production than Siakam. A lot of that's kind of inflated because of these 2 games, these 2 games against Orlando and against the Pelicans, he just went nuclear. But Poeltl, throughout his career, has always been a productive per minute producer. He's normally going to average over a fantasy point per minute. you look at his minutes lately, he's not been playing like massive minutes, but he's still been playing enough to where he can easily go over 30 fantasy score. Last few games, 30 minutes, 27, 27, 26. He's going to play probably at least 25 to 28 minutes, maybe more. The fact that he's continuing to start over Gary Trent makes me feel confident that Toronto wants to play him good minutes. It's obviously a different situation in Toronto versus when he was in San Antonio. When he was in San Antonio, the Spurs were a team that they didn't really have much to play for. They didn't really have any reason to play Pirtle huge minutes. Well, obviously Toronto is fighting for playoff position. They want to, they need to win every game they can. So I expect Pirtle to be out there for at least 25, 26, 27 minutes, at the least. Hopefully, though, he can get like 28, 30 minutes. And given that he's been a productive, permanent producer throughout his career, he's averaged well over a fantasy point per minute, in the small sample that he's played with the Raptors this season. Plus, the matchup against the Wizards, I think, is pretty good. Matchup against Daniel Gafford is one that I like to target. Wizards have given up some big games to centers this season, so kind of all the boxes are checked here for Pirtle. Again, the last 5 games, I don't know what for whatever reason, when I take a prop that's hitting 5 straight, it doesn't hit the day I take it. But there's reasons that I like this other than the last 5 games. So we're going to be taking the over on 30 fantasy score for Jakob Pirtle as our first play for today. And then the other play that I like is another play that has hit in 5 straight games. So we'll see about this one. We'll see if it hits. But again, there's other reasons that I like this play besides the last 5 games, and that's going to be Zach Collins' fantasy score. We're going to be taking him to go over 29.5. You look at his last 5. He's gone over this in 5 straight. And really ever since he's taken over as the starter, for Jakob Pirtle not on the Spurs anymore, now on Toronto. Zach Collins is the starting center for the Spurs now, and he's played, I believe, 6 or 7 games since Pirtle got traded. He's played, let's see, I think 6 games, yeah. Or 7 games, excuse me. So he's played 7 games since Pirtle got traded to Toronto. He's gone over this fantasy score line in 6 out of those 7 games. The one game he did not go over was against Atlanta, and that was a game that he lost minutes because of foul trouble, and it was a blowout. He only played 23 minutes in that game, had 22 fantasy points. Every other game that he has started without Pirtle since Pirtle got traded, dating back to February the 10th, he's gone over this fantasy score. 35 minutes against Detroit, 46.7. And then you can look at the last 5 here. Cleveland, he went over. Charlotte, Dallas, and then Utah, he faced twice, went over both those games. So the matchup, I think, is another plus here for Pirtle. Or excuse me, not for Pirtle, but for Collins. Not only has he been productive lately as a starter, but this is also a really good matchup against Indiana. And this should be one of the best game environments on the slate. Right now, this game has a 238.5 total, which is the highest of all the 4 games today. The spread is only 5.5, so this game should be competitive. It's being played in San Antonio. In competitive games lately, Zach Collins has been playing 26 to 30 minutes, and you look at his fantasy points per minute this season, he's averaged well over a fantasy point per minute as well. He's averaged 1.07 fantasy points per minute this season with the Spurs. So he's another guy that can be really productive when he gets minutes. Gone over this line in 6 out of the last 7 games he has started. Matchup against the Pacers is really good. The Pacers this season, in terms of fantasy points allowed to centers, they're giving up the 6th most fantasy points per game to the center position. And also, if you look, when these two teams played earlier this season, I know, it's not, you don't really want to look too much into it, but obviously back then, earlier in the season, Zach Collins was coming off the bench. He was basically just a backup center. Well, in the 18 minutes that he played as the backup center against the Pacers earlier this season, he put up 30.3 fantasy points in only 18 minutes. So I think the matchup's a plus here. The Pacers have been giving up a lot of big games to centers of the season. The game environment's great as well. Both these teams play fast. This game has a high total. I think as long as Collins avoids foul trouble, as long as the game is competitive, he's going to play 26 to 30 minutes. Given he's averaged over a fantasy point per minute this season, I feel like this line could definitely be a little bit higher. I personally would have this line at like 31.5, 32.5. It's still, I've been taking it a lot lately, and it's just continuing to hit, and I don't really see any reason to go away from it right now. I think Prizepicks is continuing to underproject Zach Collins a little bit, so that'll be the next play we take, or our 2 pick for today, I guess. It will be Jakob Pirtle over 30 fantasy score, and then Zach Collins over 29.5 fantasy score. The people that look at last 5 games, they're going to love these picks because both these picks have hit in 5 straight. Hopefully today they'll hit as well. Again, I don't know, for whatever reason, when I take a play that's hitting 5 straight, it doesn't hit the day that I take it. But I feel pretty good about these 2 plays. Aside from the last 5 games, there's a lot of other reasons I like these 2 plays, besides that. So that's what I'll be running as kind of an early 2-pick entry for today, guys. I'm obviously recording this video a little bit earlier in the day, but I will be sharing more plays for today over on Patreon. Now, it is a smaller slate, only 4 games tonight, so I don't know how many plays I'll give out on Patreon today. It might only be like 2, 3, 4, but We'll see what I can find. I'll have to take a look, through the full board, see if there's anything else that stands out to me. But these were the 2 picks. I liked, kind of taking a first look at the board right now. But if you guys are tailing me on these 2 picks, I do wish you the best of luck. Hopefully we can cash today. Hopefully, a guy like Terry Rozier, hopefully, we don't get sold like that by, Pirtle or Collins. Hopefully, games stay competitive, no blowouts and nothing like that. That Rozier prop yesterday, man, was brutal. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you watching. Hit that like button if you guys did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you're new to Prizepicks, if you have not checked out Prizepicks yet, you can sign up for Prizepicks. You can use my promo code NOAH. When you do sign up with my promo code, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. So definitely give them a try. If you have not yet, use that promo code and make sure to get your deposit bonus when you sign up. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks as always for watching these Prizepicks videos, supporting the channel, supporting the content. Appreciate you guys a ton. We will see you in the next video.